जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी, अनंतम शुक्राना मेरे मालिक, सच्चे रब, सच्चे पातशाह. Today, with the blessings of Guruji, I Pooja Jain is going to read page number 43 to 46 of Guruji's Divya Granth, The Light of Divinity. Jai Guruji. Please give me Agya. Page 43. The Dispeller of Darkness. Most of us wish to walk on the spiritual path. We somehow imagine or conjure up wrong notions about what spirituality is. We think that spirituality means living in seclusion in a Himalayan cave or roaming through the length and breadth of a land. We are blissfully ignorant that no spiritual knowledge can be attained unless and until we surrender our ego at the lotus feet of Guruji, who alone can lift us from the quagmire of our materialistic environment onto the spiritual path. The word Guru means dispeller of darkness. We are submerged in a tunnel of ignorance and darkness, and only a Guru can pull us out. The Guru is God. A word from him is a word from God. He need not teach anything. Even his presence is elevating, inspiring, and stirring. Just his company provides self-illumination. Living in his company is spiritual education. Our holy scriptures are flooded with examples of the Guru-Chela relationship. Our gods whom we worship today had at some time or the other sought the assistance of a Guru when they adopted a mortal form. Lord Krishna sat at the feet of his Guru Sandipani. Lord Rama had Guru Vasishtha who gave him Upadesh, spiritual counsel. Lord Jesus sought John for his baptism on the banks of river Jordan. Even Devas have Brahaspati as their Guru. We are very fortunate that in our quest for a Guru, we have been blessed with Guruji, who is divinity personified and is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. A shower of blessings. In 1991, I suddenly developed a knee problem. The pain used to be excruciating and unbearable. I tried all allopathic, homeopathic, and Brahma lines of treatment, but to no avail. Despite heavy doses of painkillers, the agony at night would keep me from sleeping. I told Guruji of my problem, and the compassionate one decided to heal me. He asked for a spoon from the kitchen and placed it on my knees while chanting a mantra. The pain vanished, and I have never had the slightest twinge even though I climb a flight of stairs to my third floor flat and go for a 2-hour walk every day. While on a posting to Kolkata, I got typhoid, which left me with a low-grade fever for a month and a half. I underwent all the medical tests and took a plethora of medicine, but the low-grade fever continued. On hearing of my ailment, Guruji asked for betel leaves and placed them on me. Incredibly, the very moment the fever vanished. On learning of our impending move to Delhi, I was determined to open a beauty salon, as I had trained to be a beautician and a hairstylist, and had earlier worked in a beauty parlor. But Guruji turned down the proposal, saying the parlor would cause me asthma. To my horror, I discovered that in due course of time, I did become asthmatic. One day my condition became precarious and I was battling for life, as I had immense difficulty breathing and felt my life was ebbing out. I was rushed to the hospital. All the time I was holding Guruji's photo close to my heart and praying to him to save me. Immediately, I was put on oxygen and administered steroid injection. The doctor in the hospital later told me that even a delay of 2 minutes could have proved fatal. When I went to meet Guruji, before I could say anything, he spoke, "I have pulled you out of a morass." That was the gospel truth. That was the gospel truth. Subsequently, I would complain to Guruji that the inhalers and medications were very strong and requested him to help me get rid of the disease. He was annoyed and reprimanded me for reminding him. He knew exactly what the problem was. A month passed and I realized that I had no asthma, which meant no use of inhaler. When going on a journey, I still buy an inhaler to be on the safe side. Invariably, after the holidays, I return the inhaler unused to the chemist. The asthma has been eradicated. Once we were going at a gathering of devotees with Guruji. He suddenly placed both his hands on a gentleman's head and we saw rose petals shower down. Guruji did the same on a lady's head and a shower of petals again fell. The lady pulled out her dupatta scarf used to cover the head to collect the petal. It was a beautiful miracle. On my birthday, Guruji called me forward and in the presence of the Sangat asked me to extend my hands. Suddenly a sari fell on my palms. Guruji ordained that I should keep it in a clean place without wearing it. The sari had the rose fragrance so typical of him, and even though 10 years have passed, the fragrance remains. Moreover, Guruji predicted a few years ago that my daughter would get married to a wonderful man. Without my getting sleepless nights over her marriage, it happened. Today she is happily married and has two beautiful sons, thanks to Guruji blessings. Guruji showers his blessing in the form of prasad. I have on numerous occasions seen him create a prasad of pure ghee. Once, in a similar fashion, he gave kada prasad to a devotee, and many times we have beheld laddus emerging from nowhere, but full of his fragrance. My earnest advice to everyone is do not dig shallow wells here and there for getting water. The pits will dry up soon. Dig a very deep pit in one place. Centralize all your efforts here. You will get good water that will supply you throughout your life. Try to imbibe spiritual teachings thoroughly from one preceptor alone. Drink deep of the wisdom of one man. Sit at his feet for some years. There is no use of wandering from one man to another out of curiosity, losing faith in a short time. Follow the instructions of one guru only. If you go to several people and follow the instructions of many persons, you will be bewildered. You will be in a dilemma. Remember, from one doctor you get a prescription, from two doctors you get a consultation, from three doctors you get a recipe for your cremation. One guru will tell you to do Hanuman Jap, another will tell you to do the puja of Shri Ram, a third will tell you to do puja every day. You will be puzzled. Stick to one guru and follow his instructions. Listen to all, but follow one. Respect all, but adore one. Gather knowledge from all, but adopt the teachings of one master. Then you will gain rapid spiritual progress. सत्संग ऑफ अनीता वर्मा। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी, अनंतम शुक्राना मेरे मालिक, मेरे रब, मेरे सच्चे पातशाह।